Philip, I'm so excited.
Yeah?
We don't have to do the stupid hot opens anymore. We're back to cold opens, quick, funny. People are excited. What?
I don't know.
Don't.
I don't know.
What?
It's not cold yet.
Don't do this to me.
It's not cold yet. It's not winter.
We're not doing hot opens still.
Well, we don't have to do hot opens.
Oh, then what? It's like lukewarm opens? Nope. No, we're not.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Philip, we're not. We're moving back into cold opens.
But it's what they said we needed.
No, who's they? I don't care who said that. We're doing cold opens. Do you? No, don't talk back to me. We're doing cold opens. Philip, we're doing cold open. Understand, Philip?
Okay.
Do you understand?
All right.
I'm sick and tired of all these stupid gags that we do. We're doing cold opens, and that's that.
I was just
no.
Okay.
We're just moving back into cold opens. Oh my gosh! Just tell the listeners what this is.
This is classic Countdown Conversations, where we count down the best and the worst that media has to offer.
And this weekend, we had 2 suggestions from some listeners that we've never met before, and they wanted us to do baseball movies.
Yeah, clearly they don't know us very well because we've never met them. And they were like, "Oh yeah, these 2 guys definitely love baseball a lot."
They would know those baseball movies.
They sure would. I don't know why they became country.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
I don't know. Well, I've never met them.
We were wanting to do kind of an end of summer thing last week, but we got interrupted.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scared us into doing a list like that ever again.
Yeah.
So when you think of summer, you think of baseball. So we wanted to kind of end the summer spirit with a baseball list.
Yeah, we did. We thought about doing football.
Yeah, we thought about being like, oh, these 2 listeners that we've never met before, they want us to do baseball, but we're going to do football movies.
Yeah, because we do what we want.
But then Philip and I realized that collectively we haven't seen a whole lot of football movies.
We've just seen like 3.
But collectively, we have seen quite a bit of baseball movies. Surprisingly.
It's a very good movie background.
I've seen most of the ones on our list.
I've seen most of them. I've seen most movies. That's not true at all. I've seen maybe 5 movies.
But I do have some honorable mentions.
Some HMs?
Read the HMs on the list I sent to you.
You said 8 Men Out.
Mm-hmm.
The Bad News Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Bang the Drum Slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Durham.
No, Bull Durham.
Bill Durham.
I'm literally looking at the exact same thing I sent you. How do you read that as Bill?
My eyesight real bad.
For real, I think I might be dyslexic. I will read things and then I'm like, that doesn't make much sense. And then I'll go back and read it. And I'm like, how did I get that from that? I really do think something might be wrong with me.
The more tired you are, the more dyslexic you'll get.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's at like late at night. Yeah. But I do have 2 other honorable mentions I didn't send to you.
Whoa. All right.
Get that.
Whoa.
Chicken Little.
Okay. Jeez. You don't have to get so vulgar.
Because I thought that would make you laugh. Chicken Little, because it made you laugh in the other room.
And then this time.
And then that Goofy baseball short.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be like first.
That should be number 1. But we're going baseball movies.
It's number 0.
There we go. If you guys haven't seen it, it's an old Disney cartoon with Goofy. It's a bunch of Goofies.
It's all Goofies.
And they're like giving you tips on how to play baseball.
Yeah, it's like how to play baseball.
But, it's just over the top and nothing really works the way
there's a voiceover and he explains it and Goofy tries to do what he wants. The voiceover wants to do and he can't. Basically.
So there's one part, you know how sometimes you'll see batters off to the side and they're batting with like two.
Yeah.
So do you know what that's for? Do you know why they do that?
No.
So it's for weight. So if you can swing with that much weight,
How much better can you
how
swing
much
with
better
one?
can you swing with just one? But in that short, I remember very vividly that he's swinging with like 15 bats off to the side, and then when he goes up to bat, he like tosses all of them behind him except for one. I don't remember hardly anything else from the short. You probably remember it better than I do.
It's on. So if you have some sort of like streaming device, like an Apple TV, there's like a Disney Now or Mickey, some sort of Mickey thing, and it's on there. Just look for Mickey or Disney, and you'll see it. It's got a bunch of Disney cartoons on it. It's free. All for free.
It's cool. I watch it when I go over to Philip and Lindsay's house.
I love it. We watch Disney cartoons Saturday mornings sometimes.
Do we?
No. Me and my wife.
You and Lindsay do?
Yeah.
That's good.
Lindsay literally woke up at 7:30, and I was like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I'm gonna go watch Disney."
I remember back in the good old days when they'd play Disney Channel cartoons on ABC.
Yeah, Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, man.
It was good times. Worth getting up for on Saturdays.
I know. I hate being an adult.
I hate it too. Anyway,
let's move on. Let's move on to our list.
Number 10?
Yeah, do you want to do odds or evens?
I'll do number 10.
Okay, so you're doing evens. Okay.
Number 10 is Major League.
Major League.
Is that the theme song?
No.
Major
League.
The best movie around.
So this one's more funny.
This is definitely, this is going to be a strange list because there's a mixture of funny and serious movies.
I know. It is.
But it is all baseball related.
Yeah.
So tell me, I know.
Faux show.
Faux show. This movie's funny. I very vaguely remember it. I know that it has Charlie Sheen in it, and the logo has a baseball with a mohawk. And it's about the Cleveland Indians and about how they suck all the time at playing baseball.
Well, it's because it's just this hodgepodge of weird people on it.
Yes.
There's a guy that does voodoo in his locker, in the locker room.
Yep. Surprisingly, I think Charlie Sheen is the normal one.
He is. I think he's the straight man.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of this, and I like movies like that where it's like a ragtag team of people or, outcasts or something like that band together to.
It's kind of like what all these baseball movies are about now that I think about it.
Kind of.
A lot of them are.
Yeah. There's one on this list that I have not seen that you have that I don't know if that's kind of what it was about or not.
I think it is.
Okay. But yeah, I like movies like that, and especially, I like it when they're serious, but it also works when it's a comedy movie, getting a bunch of different people from different backgrounds and having them accomplish a goal together. So it's a good movie. Major League.
It's Major League good.
Okay.
All right. Number 9?
Number 9, yeah. Pride of the Yankees. So this is an oldie but a goodie.
Oldie?
Quick.
Oh.
Philip, what episode of Classic Countdown Conversations did we say it was an oldie but a goodie?
I don't know.
It was Christmas specials.
Okay, cool.
I think it was episode 8.
I don't care.
we're talking about the little drummer boy.
Oh, yeah.
And you say it's an oldie but it's a goodie.
That's true. I did say that.
And then I repeat you.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Anyways, Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
This one's about Lou Gehrig.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
you want to named after him.
Yeah, explain what Lou Gehrig's disease is.
It's autoimmune disease, I believe, where your body basically kills you from the inside out. It really sucks.
Yeah, and a baseball player had it.
Yeah, and so he was awesome at baseball, and it just slowly got worse and worse.
This is so we go from Major League, a fun movie about outcast baseball players to
the guy that dies.
Pride of the Yankees. Old black and white film. And yeah, it's just kind of his last, I think it's his last season.
Yeah, it must be.
And he gives an emotional speech at the end about how he's got a wife and, he did this all for his family. All that stuff.
I think I saw this movie and fell asleep before it finished.
Before that part.
Yeah.
Before the famous part of the movie.
Yeah, before the best part of the movie. I just quit.
And then
my body quit on me. I didn't want to quit.
How old were you?
It was recent. Definitely recent.
So then you, it's sad ending to the movie, which I like.
Don't we all?
I like sad endings. I think you and I are the only people around. I know there's other people in the world that like sad endings to movies,
around
but
here.
I think you and I are the only ones in our friend group that like sad endings to movies.
That's probably true.
What was our alternate ending to Cars 3?
I don't
He
remember.
lost, right?
Yeah, that he
wanted to
loses
lose.
and he learns his lesson.
Yeah.
And he gives it to the other car.
Right.
Instead of him suddenly winning now.
I forget even how that played out.
I don't know, but it was really good. We need to listen to that episode again. That was our first official episode.
I don't think we mentioned Cars 3 in that, do we?
Oh, yeah, we have to.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Is that not when we discuss?
Pixar?
I mean, it is Pixar.
No, yeah, it is, because that came out the summer after I graduated.
Yeah.
And then we would have had to talk about it.
Okay.
But, man, today's just talking about past episodes, which
Yeah, I guess
isn't we're not there yet.
We're not there
Philip.
yet. You sure?
You sure? We're not at that episode yet.
It is coming, though.
It is coming, people. Just keep a lookout.
Just for all you people that have just started listening, all one of you, Brian.
Brian,
we'll do an episode so you don't have to listen to 50 hours of.
oh, and hey, Brian, I really am this mean in real life. So
He really
the
is.
beginning of this episode where you heard me yelling at Philip, that was unscripted.
Not even fake.
I can't wait to get out of here.
Okay.
What's next,
Oh
Philip?
man, we're just we don't know him well enough to be able to talk about it in depth.
It's just a couple. It was
just a couple.
Basically, just those two.
All right, so 42 is next.
42.
Is number 8. Now
let's talk
42 is
about this.
about Jackie Robinson.
I think it's Robinson.
It is Robinson. I just accidentally said it. The first African American.
Have you been watching Duck Dynasty recently?
Robertson. Robertsons. Is that what their last name is?
I don't care.
Okay. So he's the first African American
Baseball player.
on the major leagues.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
It is. Harrison Ford is in it as the coach.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I forgot that.
So, okay. So there's one scene in this movie. Okay, well, hold on, let's just talk about the movie in general. It's basically about,
How he nobody likes him.
no one likes him because he's black.
He's real good.
But he's really good. He's really fast. It's the guy who plays Black Panther in the Marvel movies.
I was just watching a show,
Yeah.
Fringe, and he's in it.
Oh, is he really?
And it was really strange.
Chadwick Boseman
and
is a good actor.
He's like, he kind of was like just a little chunky.
Is he like punk?
Nah, he
Okay.
was like kind of like a superhero of sorts.
Oh, interesting. Okay. No, and so it's kind of about the major leagues, how they adapt to him being in it.
Yeah.
How his team adapts, how other organizations, players, coaches, how they're all adapting to an African American playing, at the same level as them.
Yep.
And he does a really good job in it.
Yep.
He makes you feel for him.
Yep.
Harrison Ford does a really good job in it.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Tudyk is in it as a really racist manager. you know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know who that is.
What?
I don't know who that is.
Alan Tudyk is he's from Firefly.
Oh.
What would you know him from? Have you seen Knight's Tale?
Yeah.
Okay, he's the funny friend in Knight's Tale, the redhead guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
His
he's
name's
a-
Ellen?
Alan.
I thought you were saying Ellen this
No,
whole
sorry.
time.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan.
Alan.
Steve.
This episode's crazy.
We had pizza beforehand. Now we're pizza.
We're all pizza
man.
up.
Pizza mans.
We're pizza men's. That's honestly, if I was a superhero, that'd probably be my name. Pizza man. I would just, and really, because here, what's more super than getting pizza? So I would just give out free pizza all the time.
You know what my superhero name would be?
What?
Mr. Cool Cat.
No, don't say it.
Oh.
So we've been running into a problem this week. Philip keeps getting called his nickname at work. And he
Yeah.
keeps turning into he who should not be named at work. So Philip's coworkers have to keep calling me, and I have to keep turning him back into Philip.
It's really annoying.
Yeah,
honestly.
so it's gotten to the point where Philip's boss has actually banned the nickname from around the office.
Yeah.
Because they keep having to fix the holes in the ceilings
Yeah.
from the lightning bolts. So he was just making a joke then that he was gonna say it,
Yeah.
but we will not speak of that name anymore. Got it?
I kind of like the feeling it gives me.
It gives you a feeling of power.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, you know what's powerful?
what's powerful?
A scene in 42.
Oh.
It's towards the end. A batter has stepped on. Remember the part where he steps on Jackie's Achilles
Oh.
on
no.
purpose?
Ugh.
So he gets he has to go off the field, and he's kind of in the
Dugout?
it's like behind the dugout, and the doctor is kind of helping him. Well, then Harrison Ford comes down.
Oh, does he give him a good speech?
He gives him a good little speech, and because Jackie Robinson's like, why have you done this? Like, why did you bring me on here?
Yeah.
I'm just getting, made fun of, bullied, being called names, looking down upon. Like, why would you want to bring an African American onto the major leagues? And then Harrison Ford tells a story about how he was driving into work, and he saw to the side of the road some kids playing baseball. And Jackie Robinson would always, I think he would spit on his gloves before he went up to bat. And he said he saw a little white boy spitting on his gloves, pretending like he was Jackie Robinson. And he said that when he was growing up, he ran into the same problems and stuff like that. So he wanted to kind of prove that, the world can be better and accept this type of stuff.
Yeah.
It was really good scene that I remember when I saw it back when it came out. It got me a little teared up.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little emotional from
It
Daniel?
was back when I still had emotions.
Oh, man.
Good
I miss
times.
those days.
Yeah, those were good days. It was back when my tear ducts hadn't dried up and fallen out. But yeah, so that's the best part about 42 in my mind is that scene with them two.
All right. What's next?
What's next is For Love of the Game, Philip.
Not For the Love of the Game.
Philip tried to Google it earlier.
Whoops.
And he said For the Love of the Game.
It's not that.
It's For Love of the Game.
For Love of the Game.
Anyways, For Love of the Game. You explain. I think you remember what happens. He has to pitch a perfect game.
Yeah, I don't know if he had I think it's probably the World Series. I think it's the Tigers against the Yankees, and it's about the pitcher and how he pitches a perfect game against the Yankees.
Yeah,
and I think that they win.
And
I think the story is that he wins.
We get another baseball movie from Kevin Costner.
Always Kevin.
I think he's also in Bull Durham.
He's just a baseball loving man.
And then he might be in a movie that we mentioned later on.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so he gives a really good performance, and Philip and I were just watching a scene from the movie before this, and John C. Reilly also gives a really good performance as well.
I don't think that he was even...
I don't think he knew the cameras were rolling. I think he's just
being John.
They dressed him up as a baseball player and let him out there, and he thought that they were playing baseball.
Yeah, he's a great pitcher
and a catcher,
a great catcher for a pitcher.
And then Kevin Costner was kind of falling out of character, so he went up and just gave him a pep talk.
That's right.
Said, "Just throw."
He says, "Just throw these lines out there."
Yeah, I think that's. I don't think John C. Reilly ever knows that the cameras are rolling. I think every single time they've just dressed him in whatever costume and thrown him on set, and he just talks.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, For Love of the Game, this is one of the more emotional movies on our list.
Yeah, it appears so. Yeah. I don't remember it very well.
I do remember there being lots of emotion in this film.
A lot of emotion? I think that he's got a wife that he deals with, and not like a mean way. But
yeah, it's not like he hits her.
Yeah. He just like hangs out with her.
Yeah, but he has to deal with family stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
But it's about the love, the passion of baseball,
He loves it.
which doesn't exist anymore, and I'm mad. I feel, you know how like baseball is like America's pastime?
Yeah,
I
and
feel like
people
it's not
hate it now.
anymore.
I think that there's
I know there's a lot of people who love baseball, me included. But I feel like football has just become such a big thing that if you were to get stats, I'd say more people probably watch football.
because that there's not one game that you watch for baseball. I think that's what it is. Like
You talking about like Super Bowl?
There's no.
Or the
I mean,
Ohio
there's the
State,
World
Michigan.
Series
Right.
for
But
baseball because
that's
it's
a
like
bunch of
7.
games,
It's like
yeah.
7 games.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something simple about baseball. The feeling of baseball that like I love.
Well, you know what it is.
What?
You know what caused baseball to die? The internet.
Why is that?
Because it made our brains mush, and now we can't sit still for 3 hours.
That's true. That's true. And I get it. Like baseball does have a lot of stopping and starting. But like going to a baseball game, that environment,
It's awesome.
that feel, that's the smells
The smell of beer
and hot dogs and peanuts
and pretzels.
and pretzels. It's perfect. And it's usually on summer nights. So
Yeah.
it's warm, but it's a little breezy.
Yeah, a little breeze.
A little breezy, she. And and yeah, it's great. And this movie it's about the love for the game, which I think that all Americans should still have.
It is.
Makes me angry.
You're not American if you don't love baseball.
There you go. You hear that?
That's in our Constitution.
It should be. It should be the next amendment. It should be part of the First Amendment.
Okay.
Hey, get this. It should have been an amendment instead of the 19th Amendment. Try to decipher that joke, folks. Okay, what's next? Who are we going to make mad with this one, Philip?
John Budell.
What is it?
This isn't number 1, and I'm sorry, but it is up there.
It's in the middle of our list.
A League of Their Own.
There you go, John.
It was for you. You were the one who suggested this list, and we just destroyed.
Oh,
what
I
you
thought we
it
didn't know
was.
the.
I'm sorry.
I don't
sorry.
think we knew.
We didn't know who it was.
John. We just know he likes baseball.
Yeah, we just knew that. Yeah, that's how it worked. So A League of Their Own is about the all females baseball team, and Tom Hanks, he's a coach.
Tom Hanks is hilarious in it.
Yeah, there's Rosie O'Donnell in there. There's Madonna in there.
Oh, Madonna's in it?
Madonna's in it.
Oh, my goodness.
There's some other folks, some other ladies.
Quick, Philip, quote the most quotable part of this movie.
Crying. There's no crying in baseball.
That was a perfect Tom Hanks impression.
Was it? Oh, I thought it was pretty good.
It wasn't.
No. Wait, let me try it again.
Okay.
Crying? There's no crying in baseball.
That was better. That
I
sounded
thought
more
so.
like Muscle Man from Regular Show,
Oh, well.
but...
It's getting there.
Oh.
Does that leave a bad taste in your mouth or something?
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's still lingering. But no, I remember there's a part where he pees in a urinal or something, or he pees in the toilet, and the girls are real disgusted. He's like drunk or something, and they're real disgusted by him.
Why are they watching him pee?
He walks into the locker room.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure. John, let me know if I'm wrong. But then we were just watching the trailer for it.
It's a really bad trailer.
Well, there was that one funny part where that little kid was talking to the lady in the car.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was kind of sexual. I didn't like that.
Yeah, but it was just funny because then she just shut him down immediately.
That's true. That was funny. He was like 15.
If that.
It was gross.
She was at least 75. But yeah, you know what's funny, Philip? There's a line in one of the greatest movies that you've never seen, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Where he's talking about his backstory, Tom Hanks is.
Yeah.
And he says...
He was a coach?
he was a coach for a baseball team.
That's funny.
So a lot of people... I know obviously the two characters have different names and everything, but a lot of people are like, oh, so this is what he did before the war. Which is kind of funny. Whenever I watch Saving Private Ryan...
That's what you think of.
I'm always like, oh, he was in A League of Their Own before this.
I remember it being a funny movie as a child, but I don't remember much now.
Yep.
I think there's a while that Rosie O'Donnell was like every child's favorite person for some reason.
Why?
I don't know how that happened even, but it happened to me at least.
Okay.
And then she came out of the closet and the whole world threw tables. And so anyway, I think during that time before she came out of the closet,
Yeah.
we watched like anything that Rosie O'Donnell was in.
I see.
My family watched this.
I see.
She wasn't that funny.
I haven't seen her in a whole lot. I just know, the show Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, is she in there?
No, but they always refer to Q as the male equivalent.
Oh, poor guy.
Okay. You ready to talk about something else other than baseball?
Nah.
Okay, number 5. Can
we do that? Can we just skip it?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
Skip Patreon?
Yeah. Well,
Do it.
I mean, I'll skip Patreon if, like, as long as people give us like at least $5 so that they can become our best friend and
There you go.
get some behind the scenes posts and maybe more if they spend more money.
I don't think people are listening right now because we didn't tell Kathy to turn on the music. So whatever you just said, it just went, right over their heads. It's fine. It's fine. This episode, we don't need to talk about the different tiers, the $5 tier, the $10 tier, and the $100 tier.
No, we don't have to talk about that.
We don't have to talk about how you get behind the scenes stuff and you get to be our best friend. And with the $10 tier, you get a yearly gift. With the $100 tier, you just get the satisfaction of being rich.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about
and
it.
We don't even have to talk about like how it would be super nice if people like rated us and talked about us to their friends and family and clergymen.
And I know that we're like affiliated with things like Party City and Sonos and Fiverr and Taco Bella, but we don't need to talk about that.
No
either.
need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I do have a question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the name of this movie.
Are we allowed to?
Should we just give a disclaimer?
I guess we're giving a disclaimer
Because it's not like we're not cursing.
We're not cursing.
We're just saying the name of a movie.
That's right.
So
just say it.
I think
say it really slowly.
Here's the thing: is that I'm still a youth leader. I think
I should say it.
Yeah,
you say the first couple words, then I'll say the bad word, and then you say the other ones.
Okay. Yeah, just because you have less chance of getting in trouble.
It's so nice not to be part of a church staff.
Okay. Number 5 is called The Battered
Bastards
of Baseball.
Bastards is what I just said.
Okay, Porky Pig.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's technically not a curse word, I guess.
It is in the Bible.
It is in the Bible.
It is in Revelation. So
is ass.
Oh my goodness. So listen up, all you people who are typing away, all you church people. Both those words are in the Bible, and we didn't curse. We didn't say them in a vulgar way. Anyways,
gosh.
Jeez.
All the pressure.
Is that enough disclaimers? Okay.
All right.
So I haven't seen this. This is
just
seen
me.
It. It's a documentary on Netflix, correct?
I saw it. So I saw the name. Like, whoa, that shouldn't be on mine. And then I on my suggested list.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it a little more, and I was like, that's about baseball. Mm-hmm. And so then I watched the trailer for it, and I was like, what is this? And then one night...
You showed me the trailer. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, then one night, Lindsay was gone, and I was like, I don't know what to do tonight. And I was like, that baseball movie with the curse word in it. I guess it's time for me to watch it. So basically, it's about a Portland baseball team.
Okay. It's minor league, right?
So it's a minor league baseball team, yes. Well, so they had a major league baseball team.
Okay.
Portland loved it, but it just wasn't making enough money.
Okay.
So they shut down and moved to a different state.
I see.
So then, what's the actor's name?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's dad.
Yeah. Who is also an actor.
Also an actor. He was in Bonanza and stuff.
Westerns and whatnot.
And he was like, you know what? Portland loves baseball. Let's just do a minor league baseball team there.
Yeah.
And so, but instead of doing it basically minor league baseball is interesting because basically it's a way for players to like either go down from the major leagues and like rest
Or go up.
Yeah. to the major leagues. But he wanted to do an independent major league.
Yeah, and it looked like he didn't
minor
want
league.
to. He didn't want to focus on competition as much.
Well,
It was
no.
more for fun.
So they kind of make it sound like that. They end up. Well, I won't tell you what. ends
Okay,
up
yeah, because I
happening.
do want to watch it.
It's a really great story. About, and it's true. It's
Yeah.
a real true story. And it's basically how this ragtag team of folks just become a great baseball team.
Okay,
And they have
just
to
like Major League.
just like Major League,
Only
but
this is
in real life.
real.
And not the Cleveland Indians, but and I kind of want the baseball team. I want their hat.
Okay,
It's a cool logo,
okay,
and they're from Portland, so they're all crazy.
yeah.
But I highly recommend this movie.
No,
if you,
yeah,
if you can watch it.
I did. He kind of just brought it out of nowhere. We were kind of thinking of what the 10th one should be. We had come up with the other 9. And Philip was like, "Oh, I watched this." He's like, "It's a documentary, so I don't know if it counts." I was like, "Of course it counts as a movie. Documentaries are movies."
You talked me off a cliff.
I talked you off a cliff.
Talked me off a cliff from jumping off a cliff.
Oh, I was like, "Hey, don't do that.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh,
Get back here. We'll talk about the doc. Get it? The doc because of Portland.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
But anyway, what was that? Oh yeah, you had a terrible pun earlier, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But it did make me laugh.
It did. I said a very terrible pun earlier, and it made Philip laugh, and I knew it. That's why I said it. If it
Yeah.
wasn't you in the car, I wouldn't have said it.
So number
4.
Oh man, I get to say it, right?
No. Oh, yeah, you do. Sorry.
Yeah, I do.
I'm
I
sorry.
shared the other one.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, The Sandlot.
Now I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "What?"
Oh my gosh.
Now, if this was best 4th of July movies, then it might possibly be number 1.
Or if it was comedies,
just overall comedies.
maybe.
I-
Yeah. No, not baseball comedies.
Oh, baseball comedies. Then yes, it is. It is the highest ranking comedy on our list today. Although number 2, it is humorous.
It's got some funny parts.
It's got some funny parts. But yeah, The Sandlot. I think. Did you grow up with this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I feel like even if you were born in the 1920s, you grew up with this movie, even though it came out in the 90s.
So
I just feel like it's everyone's childhood movie.
this listener that we don't know, that will rename Rainless,
Okay.
was talking about this movie with a couple friends and they had never seen it.
A bunch of ladies had never seen it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is very crazy. It makes me very sad.
So apparently, even if you're born in the 1920s, you may have seen it, but you may not have, according to that person that we just talked about.
Yeah. But I do feel like this is just whenever you ask people, especially, our generations.
Yeah.
You're like, what's a good one of your
Baseball
favorite
movie?
childhood movies?
Just childhood movies.
Then they're like, oh, the Sandlot's pretty good. I feel like that's just everyone watched it when they were younger.
He's got that cool long billed hat.
Oh man, it's so cool. Everything is so awkward in this movie, but it's so cool though. You know what I mean?
The dog's enormous.
I love the sequence where when they're talking about the dog and it's a big stuffed
So awesome.
head.
Yes.
Oh man, there's a lot of humor in this movie and there's some heart.
It's like, and I like that it's filmed in such a way that it's almost like, it's got child's imagination.
Yes, yeah.
Involved into it. Like you think like a child when you're watching it.
Yeah, like the way that the characters act aren't super logical, which is child. Children just don't think logically about things.
Like the way that they have like the race car thing to get the baseball out.
Yeah. They're trying to get the baseball out of the yard from the dog, and it's just really funny. My favorite part, and I think a lot of people's favorite part, is when Squints pretends to drown.
Yeah,
so
that is
that,
everybody's
so
favorite
that the lifeguard will kiss him, and then of course at the end you find out that they got married and had like 17 kids or something like that. But yeah, I love you said ragtag, I think. Oh no, you said that about the last movie. This is also a ragtag
Ragtags.
group.
That's why, you know why America should love baseball? Because we're a bunch of ragtags that became
It is.
United teams of America.
We got cowboys, we got surfers,
They call us
we got farmers.
we're like a big old pot of soup with a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff in it.
A
What is that they call us?
hodgepodge?
No,
A
no, I don't know.
oh well.
Oh well.
Anyways,
Melting pot.
melted. There we go.
There it is.
Good job. And
That was us high fiving.
Yeah, that was us hitting our hands from across the room. Another part I like about this movie is a lot of times casts are somewhat small. Like, okay, so me and my cousins growing up, we would always take a movie and we'd be like, okay, who's who in this movie?
Oh yeah.
So we did that with Inception. We did that with Super 8.
The Office.
The Office, yeah, stuff like that. This group of kids is big enough to where like everyone gets a character.
That's true.
Like in whatever friend group you're in, you're like, because there's like 9 of them in this movie. There's like 9 kids.
Well, there's enough to have a baseball team.
There you go. So you can always just be like, yeah, you're Squints, you're the big kid, you're the main kid.
I like how you know their names so much.
Yeah, I know. Squints is the only one I can remember. Oh no, there's Blah Blah. Or what's the kid that
I don't think that's a name.
No, that talks a lot.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I like yeah too. But yeah.
Yeah.
What's next? It's me. I say this one.
Yeah.
So the next 3, honestly, I ranked this list because Philip didn't know a whole lot, and I could have put the next 3 really in any order. I feel like
You could have.
but I felt like this one was the most fair.
I like the way that it ended up.
Yeah, no, I did too. I think it's the most fair. So
I did put my input in.
You did because the documentary you watched
And the League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own. Yep. Yeah. Person who will not be named that we don't know.
Yeah.
League of Their Own was actually I had it at number 8.
Wow.
And then I was like, you think we should move it up? And Phil was like, yeah, let's move it to number 6.
Yep.
So there you go.
Welcome.
Number 3 is The Natural.
Now, this movie I've not seen.
Okay, so The Natural, Philip,
Okay.
guess who it stars?
Oh. Whoopi Goldberg.
No, oh my gosh. Sick and tired of Whoopi. What a freaking name, Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg.
That is a crazy name. Like,
That sounds like
you can't say it just by itself.
like a whoopee cushion.
It is a whoopee cushion.
Like,
She's
basically a fart.
She's basically a fart of an actress.
Oh, there's Whoopi again. I bet if I ever meet her, if I'm ever in the same room as her,
Okay.
I'm gonna go and then be like, Whoopi.
Oh, what a jokester you are.
Whoopi.
I bet she's not heard that before.
Hey, Whoopi. I know you. The more I say it, the more it doesn't sound like a name. Hey, Whoopi. The more I know you listen to this show, so take that, you old fart.
Oh. I bet she's a wonderful woman.
Shut up. The Natural stars Robert Redford.
Oh.
And basically, he's older,
Okay.
but he's like a rookie. It's like he only played 1 year.
Oh, yeah. This game. This game that we call baseball has a movie called
about The Natural.
Yeah, The Natural. I remember it now.
So that one really stupid movie that you had us watch the trailer for outside?
Yeah, it looks
was called
nearly identical.
The Rookie?
Yeah.
It's basically the
same movie.
Same movie, just The Natural is much, much better.
Yeah.
And then he hits a home run at the end.
Is that and they lost 4-2, but he did get a home run.
Well, you've probably honestly seen this scene before.
I've seen
So he
the
made a
movie.
baseball bat when he was younger,
Oh.
and he ends up breaking it.
Oh.
But then this kid that he kind of befriends throughout the movie, they made a baseball bat earlier. So then the kid brings out that baseball bat.
And that's what he gets the home run with.
He gets a home run on it. And you've probably seen this
That's
part.
a bunch of malarkey.
You've probably seen this part. The baseball goes up into the lights and it shatters it.
Oh, yeah.
And as he's running, like sparks and stuff are flying down.
That's terrifying.
That's the natural.
He could have died.
Probably. Glenn Close is in this movie.
Oh, interesting.
So it's really good. It's honestly like a really good emotional roller coaster of a movie. And
Is this the one where he like the kids are like, if we start winning, you're gonna try to be in baseball again? Yeah.
do you want to just move on to number 2 there?
Number 2 is a Moneyball.
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 So this is actually my personal favorite.
And it's new.
My personal favorite baseball movie
Really?
is it's possibly at my top 10 of all time.
Really?
Movies.
I've actually not seen the whole thing. I've only seen bits and
love
pieces
Moneyball.
of it.
If it's not my top 10, it's definitely my top 20.
It's good. It's good little scenes that I've seen. So
Yeah, no, it's really good. And do you want to explain what Moneyball is, or would you?
I
like me
don't
to?
like. I just seen certain parts.
Okay, so he's the general manager of the Oakland A's,
Okay.
which is like a joke of a team.
Okay.
At the start of the movie. So
Who's
there's
he?
Billy Bean, who's played by Brad Pitt.
Okay, it's Bradley Pitt.
Bradley Pitts. So there's the scene. It's kind of a famous scene from this movie. He's like, "Here's good teams." He's like, "Here's 50 feet of crap." And he's like, "And here's us." Or he says, "Here's rich teams, 50 feet of crap, and then us." So they don't have the funds to kind of make them a big team. All this stuff.
I see.
And as the movie goes along, it shows flashbacks from when he was a kid.
Oh.
And instead of going to college, he had a full ride to college. These scouts came to him and said, "You should just go straight to the major league because you're good." And he was like, you have all the traits of a good baseball player." Well, he makes that decision. He goes to the major league, skips college, and he ends up being a washout.
Oh.
He ends up not doing well. So he gets this job as the general manager of this not so good team.
I see.
And this is a true story, by the way.
Like hates himself.
Yeah, this is a true story.
Okay.
This happened in early 2000s.
Oh.
So he's trying to get money.
Yeah.
From
Moneyball. I get it.
And he's trying to trade and stuff like that. And he ends up meeting Jonah Hill's character, who works for a different team.
Oh.
And he ends up buying Jonah Hill's contract because Jonah Hill's good with numbers. He's an accountant. And Jonah Hill comes up with this strategy. He basically finds out the stats of how to win every game.
Okay.
So it's basically don't hit home runs, get onto first base.
Okay.
Just get onto first base. It doesn't matter if it's 4 balls. It doesn't matter if you bunt it. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Just get on first base, and that's what we need you to do. And then they end up going on one of the longest winning streaks in history.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah, based on this statistical.
Way to give it away. Jeez.
You've seen parts of it.
I've seen the part where Jonah Hill has to fire someone.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of the middle chunk of the movie are just shenanigans that Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill are getting into, which is really fun. They have really good chemistry. Chris Pratt's in it.
Yeah.
He's one of the main players. Philip Seymour Hoffman is in it.
Philip Joseph Ostraday's in it. It's weird how I haven't seen the whole movie. But...
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But he's in it. He's not in it very much, but he's really good. And then good little lesson at the end. I won't spoil it here for you, Philip.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. But there's one scene that gives me chills every time I watch it. It's really good. Again, I will not spoil it here.
Is it when they get on first base?
No, for those of you who have seen it, it's the part with Chris Pratt. The part that kind of is the resolution to him. Gives me chills every time. And the music in this movie, Philip, the score is amazing.
Who's it by?
I don't know.
Just really good.
It's really good. I will show it to you afterwards because it actually, like, the music's really powerful in this movie.
Okay.
What's
number one, Daniel?
Well,
let's say it together.
Yeah, let's say it together. 3, 2, 1. Field of Dreams. So, oh yeah, you're just dreaming away, aren't you, Philip?
Oh, these fields.
Oh, you're just so funny.
Oh, I am funny. This is why people listen to us. So many people for the jokes like that.
So again, I like Moneyball. Personally, I like Moneyball more, but I think this is kind of the classic baseball movie.
Also, it's the second movie with Darth Vader in it.
It is, yeah, and with Kevin Costner.
Yeah. So those two together make the greatest baseball movie that ever made.
Yeah. And we asked, you and I were watching the Ohio State game yesterday with my family. We asked Dad what the best baseball movies are because Dad, those are like some of his favorite movies or baseball movies. And he said that Field of Dreams is number one. So I feel like his authority here might.
Well, and you don't want to get a whooping tonight.
Yeah. No, are you kidding me? I beat Dad up. But yeah, and his reasoning for why it was the best was because it is about baseball, but it's just as much about father-son dynamics than it is baseball
and ghosts.
And ghosts. This movie's crazy. It's so like. It's so imaginative.
It's they must have been high when they made it.
Or at least thought of the concept.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be high and make a movie.
I mean, I bet most of Hollywood's high when they make movies.
I don't know. I feel like you don't want to finish that while you're high. I don't know.
Anyway, they're probably all on speed.
But yeah, this movie, it's kind of a adventure movie. Like they have to go from place to place.
If they build it,
he picks up Darth Vader. Yeah, if you build it, they will come.
He picks up Darth Vader.
He does. He picks up Darth Vader, and they go on a road trip. And his acting is really not Darth Vader. Kevin Costner. His acting is really weird in this movie.
What do you mean?
It's just odd.
He's like trying to figure out what's going on. It's like he's not sure of himself, but he's still doing it.
Yeah, and like I don't know, certain things that seem like a big deal, he like doesn't. He's like, all right. I don't know. He's younger and he does a good job. It's just his acting has always stood out to me in this movie, and I don't know.
Yeah, what is it?
What is it that stands out to me?
He's high.
He probably was. But yeah, so he must like baseball.
He must really like baseball.
Because he's in at least 3.
That's crazy. And so, what's his actual name? Not Darth Vader.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, he must like.
I heard he doesn't.
He doesn't like baseball?
I heard he's not a huge baseball fan.
He just
happens
cast.
to be in two of the biggest baseball movies ever.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun to try to do. Like, get your foot in the door in something that you actually really just hate. Like, yeah, I'm an announcer for football, but man, I hate it.
Are you kidding? That job would be so much fun.
Announcer
for football games. Yeah, because I'd be like, oh well, the fumble. There's a fumble on the field. I'd use my accent.
Well, I'd listen.
There's dirty laundry on the field.
You put too much mustard on that one.
Too much spice in that chili, see? And then, like, in the background, you can hear people try to break down the door, like, you're fired! Like, oh.
So yeah, I think Field of Dreams is great. What's his wife? Who's his wife in this movie? What's her actress? The actress. I remember that he builds it, and then everybody comes at the end. Just as it was predicted.
And his daughter falls off the bleachers
Yeah.
and chokes on a hot dog.
She slips on a hot dog?
She chokes on it, and then
Does she almost die when she chokes
yeah,
on it?
and then one of the 8 men that are there, he has to leave the baseball field because after he played baseball, he ended up becoming a doctor.
Okay.
So he leaves the baseball field, becomes his old self, who he is in modern day, but he's not allowed to go back after that.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
So the dead baseball man, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
He leaves the baseball field.
Yeah, again, this is a very imaginative movie. Because remember, they're basically when they're
all dead.
I think he might still be alive technically.
But he became
a doctor after he played baseball in the past.
Yeah,
but that when they're on that baseball field, they're them past selves.
Yeah, but he's still alive somehow.
He's still he's like an old doctor.
Or I'm sorry, he becomes young again.
No,
when he's
he
on
can't.
the baseball field.
Yeah, and then once he walks off, he becomes the old doctor.
The old doctor to save the girl.
To save the girl, and then he can't go back.
What a movie we put at number 1.
I know, it's crazy. And if you watch this movie with your dad, if you're a son and you watch this movie with your dad and you don't feel any emotion, then something's wrong with you.
I did watch this movie a lot with my dad.
It's just so good when he finally gets to play catch with his dad at the end.
Should have been Father's Day movies, this list.
Oh yeah. That would be a good Father's Day movie.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that next year.
Maybe. Movies about dads. Anyway.
You know who one of the best movie dads is ever, and no one really thinks of him as being that because he's something else, but he's really good.
Who?
Commissioner Gordon in the Dark Knight movies.
He's not even, you don't even see him hanging out with his daughter.
In the Dark Knight, yeah, you do.
You do?
Well, you see him hanging out with his son. Remember, he's after he fakes his death, he goes in and
yeah, it was for a hot second.
And the kid's like, "Did Batman save you?" And he's like, "No, this time I saved him."
That's one scene.
Philip. What's funny is that after the events of the Dark Knight happened, imagine what his family must have felt because he basically alluded to the fact that he loves his son the most. Imagine what his wife and daughter felt like after that.
Oh man.
Dad only loves the son.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our show.
Hey, do we have any new things? New ratings?
No.
Oh, we don't.
I think somebody gave us a rating, a 5-star rating, and did it again to us. They didn't write anything down.
Oh, really?
They just gave us a rating.
Well, hey, that's another 5 stars. How many 5-star ratings do we have, Philip?
15.
15. That's a lot.
It's almost as many as our listeners.
Well, hey, at least they're all 5-star.
Hey, you know what I want?
What do you want?
Somebody to write down that they like us. That's all I want. It's so easy. It's so easy. Okay.
I'm done with this episode.
All right. If that's what you want.
We gotta make our list for the next few.
Okay. All right.
Thank you all.
Please rate and subscribe.
Check
us out on YouTube.
And happy birthday. I'm sure it's someone's birthday out there.
Somebody's birthday.
It's probably millions of people's birthdays out there.
I don't know if it's...